Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 5th Annual Toddler Play Conference. I'm so excited to have you all here with me and to be getting started with this year's conference. I see you guys are already commenting and letting us know where you're coming from, which is so much fun. It's great to see some familiar faces. Cindy, yeah, there's many of you that I think we've had before and many new faces, and from all kinds of places: California, Ohio, uh, another Ohio, Arizona, Canada. It's great to have you guys here with me. Thank you for taking the time to join this live. We are just kicking off the Toddler Play Conference with a hello. Let me tell you what's going to be happening this week and get ourselves all settled. Will you let me know if you can hear me and see me all right? As most of you know, if you've been here a while, I have a tendency to be on mute or something like that. So it would be great if I could hear that you could hear me. Okay, so I see you all coming in. Thanks, Laurie. I see that you can hear me. I see you all coming in, and continue to let us know where you are coming from. It's great to see your faces. We see all of these registrations coming in, and then when the conference week actually starts and we see everybody in the Facebook group and here on the lives, it really gets that excitement level just right up there. So thank you so much for coming and joining us. During this live, we will be picking out 2 names and giving away 2 prizes. The one is the most beautiful shirt that has been designed specifically for the conference by Emily B. Speech. And it says Defender of Play. It's super cute. You may have seen it on the graphic of this video. And I've definitely been sharing about it in the group as well. And that is available for purchase through Emily's shop, which we have links to as well. But we will be giving one of those away today, and we are also going to be giving away for people that are here in the live and commenting. So make sure that you've commented so we can get your name in that hat. We're also going to be giving away a book from Tara Sumter, who's one of our speakers, and it is called The Seeds of Learning. It's all about executive function, and I know you would love to have that. T's and C's on this live giveaway also apply, so we are only including US shipping. So you have to be in, I'm glad to hear you like the shirt, Cindy. You have to be in the US to be, or have somewhere to get from the US for that shipping. So it's great to see you guys all coming through. I see we've got Nigeria, we have Pennsylvania, we have 20,000 professionals joining us for this conference, which is just really mind-blowing, from 138 countries. So if you're like me, I saw that and I was like, how many countries are there? So apparently there's 194, I think. I could have gotten that number wrong, but 138 out of 194 sounds pretty impressive to me. So I'm so thrilled to have you all here. We have people joining us: clinicians, educators, speech and language pathologists, occupational therapists, PTs, just kind of the full breadth of people that work with children. So I'm so thrilled to have you here, that we're all going to be learning together. I have with me these little post-its to remind me all the things that I need to say. So if we haven't met before, my name is Holly. I am an occupational therapist. I've been working in many different settings. I worked clinically for about 14 years and then really pivoted towards the online world, and have had the privilege since that pivot to have been hosting these events for the last 4 years. We've had, now including the summit, close to 50,000 people come through our summits and the different events that we run. So I'm just really excited to be doing this one and to have you all here with us. You may have heard me say this in some of the things that we've been talking about the conference, or you may have been part of the conference before and noticed that we've done a bit of a shift this year. We have, up until now, the reason that I started the Toddler Play Conference was because I just saw this role of play just really, really declining. And I didn't know what to do with that. I saw this thing of something that is so precious to childhood, but also so influential on childhood development. And to see it declining so much, I kind of didn't know how to, as a clinician, I didn't feel like I had all of the skills and all of the ability to help between all of the clinical things that we were working on and supporting, also support play and promote play, and know that outside of the therapy time that I had with that child, and outside of the time that the child was, say, in preschool or anything like that, that this child was being supported to have a childhood right of theirs, which is play. Children have a right to play. And this is especially relevant for our children that we are often serving within therapeutic settings, that they do experience barriers to accessing play. So I had this frustration and I wanted to put something together to support parents. So that's what the Toddler Play Conference started out as. But over time, I just kind of saw over and over and over again comments from professionals about how much they needed this, about how the time where we were coming together as a multidisciplinary international group was so beneficial to them, how it inspired them. I know work can sometimes feel a little bit humdrum, and we need like that little bit of a boost, like a reminder of the fact that what we're working on is just really, really important and really precious. So that is why we have kind of turned direction now to serving primarily professionals. Um, I remember receiving emails of like whole teams that had been watching overnight, and they'd worked in the day at clinic and then they'd gone home and they'd watched the conference together as a group. And of all these people, like kind of commenting between themselves as teams. And for me, on the other side of that, I felt like, firstly, it's an incredible privilege, but I really felt like this is a special space where we can not have to ourselves experience all of these barriers to access that come with professional development, like having to drive or fly to in order to get to a course, the huge costs of courses, and also being able to access professionals that we know and love, and that they have really at the moment topics that are really on board with what we're looking for and what we want to expand our work with. So that is why we've pivoted towards professionals. I remember um, when when I first qualified, I was working in a little hospital on the kind of border of South Africa. I'm originally South African, and I didn't, I knew textbook knowledge, and we had a lot from day one of being really thrown in the deep end with no supervision and no immediate access to professional development. And I've often told the story, but at one point, I was working with a child that I was like, I know that this is sensory, but I have no idea what that means. Like I know it in concept, but the theory of like the practicality of how to support this child, I just don't know how to do. So I like somehow contacted a therapist who lived 5 hours away and drove to go and see her. And this amazingly generous therapist sat with me for a whole day and walked me through all of what she could like best support me with this child, but also with just understanding sensory out of like a book knowledge into like a really practical way. And that was so valuable. But you know what? We work hard. We shouldn't have to drive 5 hours in order to seek out professional development. And so that's why we are thrilled to be bringing that to you here online. And I do have to mention before I move on to a little bit more about the actual conference, that this conference is brought to you out of the kind of umbrella, which is our main backbone of this business, which is Precision CPD, which is an accessible and affordable platform for multidisciplinary professional development. And that launched last year, and we have some different courses that are part of that, and it is going to be building and building. So we're thrilled to have you here on this part of the journey. Okay, so shall we talk about how it works? I do want to remind anyone that is just joining us that we are giving away an amazing shirt, one of the shirts that was designed for the conference. It says Defender of Play. If anybody's looking to get that shirt, I think I have the link down below this video, and also the book from Tara Sumter, which is Seeds of Learning. That those we'll be pulling out a name at the end of this of somebody that's commented, so don't forget to comment, and then you could win. And the T's and C's of that are just that you need to be based within the US. Okay, so we will have some questions at the end. So if you've got something that you'd like to clarify, or something that you didn't understand about the conference, that's really what this time is about. So just drop it there and I'll make sure to get to it. Okay, so I want to just like frame for you how the conference works. I know, I really understand that this is a lot of information, a lot of people, a lot of kind of different pathways to the conference, and it can get a little bit overwhelming at points. I do want to just tell you, we won't leave you behind. Everything is okay. I'm always here on email. If there's anything that you didn't understand, you're not sure if you're on this track or that track or what's going on, just email me. On social media, it's really difficult to follow through on support questions because it often like jumps Facebook comments and things like that. So really, the email address is support@otholly.com. That's where I always email you. Please just reach out there and we will do our best to help you as quickly as we can and with any questions that you have. Okay, so while we are on the topic of, I still see you guys coming through from Ohio, from New Jersey, from New Hampshire. Awesome to see you. We are talking to, firstly, let me tell you about the VIP ticket. If you were on I'm telling this to you as if you were on the VIP ticket, in case you don't know where you're supposed to be within the process. And for anyone that is not on the VIP ticket and you're just kind of thinking about it, I did want to just remind you that the early bird discount does expire tonight at midnight Eastern Standard Time. So if you are part of the VIP ticket, after you purchased, you would have gotten a series of emails which enabled you to get the podcast feed and also log into the course. If you paid, you got something, but you didn't get all of the things, please just reach out to us. We'll make sure that everything is in your hands. You have basically now an on-demand course with 16.5 CEUs or professional development hours. It is up to you to know when you want to complete that. In terms of the CEUs, we've had a lot of questions coming through of, can I do it like in my next season? Do I have to complete it now? The answer is, it kind of depends, but basically yes. For physios, we have a year. So you have to finish the course by the 28th of February, 2025. And for OTs, this course is valid for those CEUs for the next 5 years. And then for anyone else that is self-submitting, like our SLPs that are submitting as PDHs, that's the same. There's not really an expiry date. What we see a lot is people coming and doing a few of the interviews now. The interviews are all pre-recorded. So they listen to a few of them. And then when they go on like their summer road trip, they like bang out the rest of them and then do the assessment and get their CEUs. Nice to see you guys all coming through. Yeah, Cindy, I agree with that. One of the advantages is just that you don't have to finish within the 24 hours. Okay, I'm going to answer your question now, Molly, while I'm on it. Is there any sort of certificate or proof of participation for those on the free ticket, or is that only included in the VIP ticket? That's correct. It is only included in the VIP ticket, the certificate. So whether you need it for those like registered CEUs, or you just needed to show your employer that you attended or that you've used these hours, that is only included within the VIP ticket. There's no way that we could monitor those things within a free access. So it has to come through the VIP ticket. Nicole says she just had a baby, so she definitely needed the VIP ticket. Nicole, congratulations. I hope you're having a great time of settling into your new family size. Okay, with the VIP ticket also, I did want to just clarify that it is one course. So it's not that after you finish each talk, you do an assessment. I know there are some courses like that. Ours is not like that. But I want to encourage you that the answers are as obvious as they can be. It is a 42 point multiple choice questions. They're not trick questions. It's considered an introductory level study course. So the questions are as obvious as we can make them, and there's a workbook. We've already had quite a few people come through the course. They purchased like a week ago. They've already finished and they've got their certificate. And they're managing just fine. So just don't stress about that part. Okay, so as I said, the early bird is expiring tonight at midnight. For everyone that's on our free ticket, you have not missed anything. I know sometimes there was like comments in the Facebook group and people got confused, like, have I missed it? Where's the links? I didn't get it. And those are people that are on the VIP ticket and they've had already, since they bought, access to be able to start listening. For the free ticket, we will be sending you a link at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, Eastern Standard Time. And that has the link for all of the 5 talks for tomorrow. Then that expires the next day at 7:55 a.m. EST. So I know there's people coming through that are from Australia or like different time zones. So just check how that works in terms of your time. But everybody has 24 hours, right? It just might fall differently. In like Australia, you basically can start watching, I think, like in the evening until the following evening, kind of thing. Okay, so each day we email you the links for that day's talk. Those days' talks, they are pre-recorded. You have 24 hours to listen to them. You don't have to be anywhere at any specific time. I'll be doing another live like this tomorrow to really like get into a bit more of what we've been learning. But you don't have to be at the live at any point. It's great if you're here. You do get the chance to then get your name in the hat for our prizes that we are giving today, but you don't have to. Okay, so I want to tell you a little bit about our giveaways because they are so fun. I have to say, like, I don't know, I'm like, our family was talking the other day about like this program. I don't know if you guys had it, where you like would, it was like a reality TV back in the day where a kid would like go into a toy store and like they had like 5 minutes and they would throw all the things into their cart. And that was like their winnings for the day, but they had to get only in 5 minutes and had to fit in the cart. Let me know in the comments if you guys had something like that. But that is what I feel like. I feel like the Reggie's Rush kid when I am like looking at all of these giveaways and stuff, because we have some amazing, incredible giveaways. I'm going to be posting about them more in the group, but let me tell you about them first. So we have on day one, we're going to be giving away every single day one of these shirts from Emily B. Speech that she has created specifically for the conference as our merch. It says Defender of Play, and it is such a cute tee. And she has different things within that like set. I think there's sweaters and things like that as well. So we're going to be giving supermarket sweep. People says, yeah, groceries instead of toys. I mean, that's like the adult thing, right? Okay, so we're going to be giving away one of those shirts every single day. On Monday, tomorrow, we are giving away $200 worth of supplies from ARC, which is all kinds of like chews and toys like that. We're going to have a link and a description of that in the Facebook group as well. So that's one prize of $200. On Tuesday, we have a $200 worth like hamper of toys from Learning Resources. They are incredible. And this year I got to like pick out the toys. So I have to say, like, they're a pretty good selection. They are really nice toys for whatever profession you're working in. They are really nice. So that is a $200 big hamper for somebody, and then somebody also one of those shirts on Tuesday. Learning Resources, yeah, all the smileys, emoji smileys with hearty faces. I totally get that. On day 3, we have I'm just trying to remember which. Oh yeah, Hungry Cutters is day 3. They are an amazing brand that is designed by an occupational therapist, and they have all kinds of things that like support fine motor development. But these are really interactive toys, so they're great also for all of our other professions too. So they have 2 hampers that they are going to be giving away. So 2 people will win on that day from Hungry Cutters. And the hamper includes like 4 of their best supplies. There's like trees with apples that you pull off with like these chompy things. Yeah, Hungry Cutters is great. And then the next day we have on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, is that right? Yeah, Thursday. On Thursday, we have a prize from Sensory for You. So they have incredible supplies and gear that are geared towards our sensory kids. They are giving away, again, like an amazing hamper. There is a weighted blanket with like sequins on it. There is a weighted vest. There is a stretchy swing hammock, as well as like an owl board with all of these kind of parts that you can move around and play with. They look amazing. They are really prizes that I'm sure you guys will want. And on all of those days, we are going to be giving away one of the t-shirts from Emily B. Speech as well. So how do you get your name in the hat for all of these prizes? We have a bingo card. If you haven't grabbed that, it is on our website under Replay Hub. So you go toddlerplayconference.com/replay hub, one word. And there we have for you the bingo card. We have your swag bag, which is like these beautiful posters that we designed so you can print them out and really represent play in your workplace. We also have there a letter in case you're wanting to upgrade and you want to ask your boss or your employer to pay for it. There's a letter there designed and like really walks them through everything about the conference. So it can help you in that motivation. And guys, if you can, I know I get like emails almost like every second day, like my boss paid, I'm so happy. And do that, like that. We put that resource there for you so you can. This is something that I feel like our work. They benefit when we benefit, right? So it's a good thing to use that and try and advocate for yourself. Okay, so bingo card is there in that link. You get the bingo card, you will see as you download it, those boxes become tickable. You don't have to print it out. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. And there's all kinds of tasks like DM one of the speakers and tell them what you learned from their talk, or come to this live or watch the live on replay. By the way, if you're on replay, let us know down in the comments and just say, I'm here on the replay. And you tick the boxes off as you go. Each day, you can't submit the same bingo line like on repeat. So each time you have to say like, this is my line for today kind of thing. So you submit the bingo line. We have a thread for that. And then you get your name in the hat for the prizes. The prizes do have T's and C's, so they are only with US postage. But they are some incredible prizes. And it's really fun doing the bingo card. Actually, I don't know if you're like competitive. I'm not like incredibly competitive, but it feels really satisfying to like have something that I can tick off, right? I see you're letting me know where you're coming from, which is great. We have from MS, we have from NJ, we have from Canada. So it's so fun to see all of you here. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about just a little bit, and then we are going to jump straight into announcing those prizes. I actually had someone going through all of the names and choosing two of you that are here on the live. One of you is going to be walking away with that shirt from Emily B's speech, and one of you is going to be walking away from with the book, The Seeds of Learning by Tara Sumter, which is one of our speakers for tomorrow, actually. Okay, so I want to tell you a little bit about the conference. As I said, we've really turned towards serving professionals more this year. And when I was thinking about this, often what we do in the conference is we really look at like child development. So we go through milestones and different things that we would be expecting children to be learning at different ages. And that is, I think, something that we can always be rehashing, re-going over, because it is something we need a refresher on. But this year, I really thought back, like, how do we actually move the needle forward in terms of play? We hear a lot like that. Our time that we have with our children, whether we are an educator or a therapist, or as we're working with children, it's really limited. It's like a small drop in this big ocean of time that they have. And play is one of these amazing tools that, of course, we use it as a means during our therapy time. We are engaging and playing, and you're going to get amazing ideas on doing that too. But we also want it to be an end. We want that it's not just in therapy that they play, that the play seeps through, and not that play has to look in one specific way for every child, but that every child has a right to play. So do they have the opportunity to fulfill that right? So that is what this year's conference is really about. We have on day one, we're going to be looking at some of those developmental scaffolding pieces. And we've chosen topics that I know you guys want to learn about. So we're talking about executive function, we're talking about neuroscience, we're talking about primitive reflex integration. And of course, I can't remember the other two right now. Praxis. And then the last one, it has completely slipped my mind, but there are amazing talks that are coming tomorrow. The next day, we're talking about, we have someone for Greece. That's amazing. Nice to see you, Connor, and South Africa. So tomorrow we are talking, on Tuesday, we are talking about engaging children and families. We have an amazing presentation on coaching and collaborating with families, which it's like one of those things that when the switch turns, that's how we can interact with families. Like that's how this relationship dynamic feels good and functional and actually like moves forward. That talk you're going to love. We also have a lot of talks about just like how to engage children, how to play with them, how to support parents in learning to play with their families and their children. And then on day 3 and 4, we are looking. Day 3 is firstly about really becoming a play promoter. So we go through all kinds of different contexts that you might be finding yourself working in, whether it is private practice, preschools. And here we really unpack each of these contexts specifically, and how specifically in this context we can be evaluating play, really getting an understanding beforehand of what's going on with play in this context. Is the context supporting play? Is the child able to access play in the context? Looking at how we can promote play outside of therapy time or direct time that we are with our children. And we have truly amazing clinicians with us. There wasn't a talk that I didn't leave feeling like, oh, so honored to talk to this person. I'm so honored to learn from them and just hear their insights, right? Often our people that join us, they're speaking about one topic, and this is a topic that they've dug and dug and dug and dug. They've um, if you think about like a screw going into wood, they've like really screwed. They really have dug into this topic, so they understand each side of it, right? And to be on the other side and really like learn from that and feel that you can move forward with this incredible expertise that they have. And it's just an incredible privilege. So I know you're going to love it. Day 4, we are talking about being defenders of play, which is the theme for the overall conference. But this day 4, we really talk about like barriers for access. We have a talk about neurodevelopmental disabilities and really how, while we have so many clinical goals that we are working towards, there is something really special and important about saying that this child can also have access to play is incredibly important, and really defending that right for the child. We look at this in all different contexts of children, and children that are showing signs of ADHD, pre-verbal kids, and I feel like that the actual topic, there's a lot more that we can explore. So who knows? You guys need to start letting me know what you want for next year, because that will definitely. I feel like day 4 is the day that we're going to like branch off for next year, but I would love to hear your thoughts on that as well. Okay, so I'm going to take a minute and have a sip of water. And while I'm doing that, if you have any questions, there's anything that you're not sure about, drop them in the chat, and I will get you. I'll explain. Looks like we are all good. Oh, sorry, I do see a question here. If we have an address in the States that giveaways could be sent to, yeah, that's totally fine. Karen, if that often happens, like we have somebody who has a sister or an aunt or something, and we'll just ship it, like these prizes have all been donated. So those companies will ship to them, and then you somehow coordinate to get it to them. Growing little brains, it's so nice to see you. I'm so excited to be speaking this year. We are so thrilled to have you speaking with us. What time is the live chat tomorrow? It's exactly the same time. So 2 p.m. tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be having another one where we're going to tomorrow not just do like settling in. We're going to walk through some of the topics and understand things a little bit more. Please explain hours, how these hours work for SLPs if I upgrade. Great. Renee just purchased her VIP ticket. Yeah, Renee, nice to have you on the VIP side too. Okay, Nicole. So basically with SLPs, we are not officially accredited with ASHA. I know you guys want ASHA. I've heard you. It's in the pipeline. It just didn't happen for this year. So what that means is that we give you do the same process of watching all of the talks, doing the assessment at the end, and then you get the certificate that states that you've done the assessment. From what I've heard in the past, SLPs submit this as PDHs. There is on our website like a link that you can go and see on ASHA in case you haven't done PDHs before, how you can submit those as PDHs and how they would count. I know that a lot of our SLPs that's how they track their hours, so they're fine with it. But I do know that a lot of you are working within different systems, and it's easier if it's ASHA accredited. So it is in the pipeline. And in terms of what I often get is like, okay, this counts as 16 and a half hours for PTs. Does it also count for SLPs? Yes, it does. The hours are, from what we have accredited so far, it's accredited with the early intervention of Illinois. for the full 16 and a half hours with AOTA, and also with not every state, but many of the states for PT and PTA. And because it is like a multidisciplinary approach, all of the talks are relevant for all of these clinical professions. Stacy says, if I am a VIP, can I start today? Absolutely. You can start today. You should have, if you don't have access to your course for whatever reason, just reach out to us at support@otholly.com, and we will make sure that you have access and you can start whenever you want. When I click the bingo, it says I have to have VIP and it won't mark that I am. When I click the bingo to say I have the VIP, it won't mark that I am. Okay, Laurie, you have to download the bingo. It won't click unless you download it. So you download it and then you like save it to your computer and screenshot off your computer. Is this approved for PT for New Jersey? I don't know offhand the states. We do have, if you go onto the upgrade page of the website, under PT, there's like a map there and it has all of them. We subcontract to a different organization, which is Redefined Health Ed. And if there's any like specific questions there, you can ask them. But on the map, you'll be able to just go over your state and see if it's yellow, it means it's approved. I'm already a VIP member, so I have to join the conference live. You absolutely do not have to join anything live, Sarah. We say, it's so fun. Like the group stuff is really fun, but for you, you can watch one interview and join all the group stuff. It's completely up to you. You have lifetime access to that course, so it's up to you to know when you want to complete. Okay, I just want to go up a little bit to see if any of the questions that I missed. I see that there are some more coming through here. So Sandra, my commute is going to fly by this week. Isn't that fun? I love that. I love that you guys are listening while you drive. Will there be a list of businesses that are part of the giveaways so we can purchase also? Absolutely. So we have this on the Facebook group. We have each day the companies and also their links. And I will mention also within the emails who's sponsoring the day's giveaway. It's not sponsoring, who's donating. Okay, let me see. There was another one that I missed. Sorry, I missed most of the chat. Can you email us the details of CEUs or PEUs from state or ASHA? Betsy, can you reach out to me at support@otholly.com and I will absolutely send that through. We've just included many of these things a few times in emails. I know not all of it goes through. Some of it goes to promotions. That I have to say, guys, if you feel like you missed a detail, it's very likely that some of our emails are landing in promotions. I wish there was something I could do about that. We try. There are many things we do about that, but it still does happen sometimes. So just check there, and also always just reach out to us. We'll happily help you. I'm not on Facebook. Is there another way to follow on social media? So we will have two of these calls. So today and tomorrow. We also, if you are on the VIP ticket, there is a chat bot within a chat role within the VIP ticket that you can be commenting and stuff. We have looked for different solutions and we haven't found one yet to how to get around that. Not everybody has Facebook. So at the moment, the bingo cards, I think that there is like one bingo line that you could maybe complete if you're not in the Facebook group, and then just like email it to me. But otherwise, it's just within the Facebook group. Okay, so I think that is most of your questions. As I said, always just feel free to reach out. I'm going to announce our winners now. And what I'm asking, we have one of you winning the t-shirt. So Madeline Penelver. Oh, I'm really botching that surname. Penalver. You are a winner of the shirt from Emily B's speech, the Defender of Play shirt. It is so awesome. So please email me. And I see you, Madeline. Yes. So please email me support@otholly.com and I will get you in touch with your prize. And then our winner for the book Seeds of Learning by Tara Sumter is Beth Baker. So Beth, also you, please be in touch. Just email me at support@otholly.com and we will get that book to you. I want to say thank you so much for all of you for being here. I'm so excited for this week. It's going to be awesome. So continue to come, show up in the Facebook group, post your questions. It's a great space for community learning, and just really, it's really encouraging, right? It really gives us that, like, yes, we are making waves. The work that we do is important, and it gives you that boost. So come on and join us in the group. To both of our winners, please email me and I will get that prize to you. Thank you everyone for being here. Bye.